Howdy, 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 howdy. Yes, the camera is at an angle facing outside, clamped to the mirror, so that it will point to the main entrance and allow you to see trucks coming and going and everybody outside leaving the fuel island, because the fuel island is right in front and all the trucks will leave. So in effect, where we are, you will see every truck that comes in or out of this truck stop. And let's see, it is, I don't know what time it is here. It will get very, very busy here. It looks like it's 4 o'clock here. So that's what we're doing. And we got the microphone. Microphone's outside, but right now it's on the inside. It's on a little lapel pin. Y'all hear me okay? So you'll see cars coming and going, and trucks coming and going, all that stuff. Well, Ian Murphy, what do you think you're watching? A truck stop camera right here. Remember, if you want stuff like this and you find it interesting or whatnot, make sure you hit the share button and the like button and the thumbs up button and whatever else you want to do. Share it on Reddit, Pinterest, whatever it's called, Facebook. Point people to the BigRigTravels.com website, because that's the biggest thing. Everybody thinks that it's just the website or just the YouTube channel, when in fact there's a whole website that tells you our trips, where we're going, how far we got to go, maps, an actual speedometer that updates every 60 seconds, compass, altitude, or altimeter. There's a whole bunch of stuff up on that website. Blog that I update once in a while. So there you go. I found out today that one of our calendars, the Journey Across America, has left the printers, and it's on the way to the Big Rig Travels warehouse. I like this external microphone. As long as the sun doesn't overheat the camera, we're good. It's not that hot, it's just we have a black camera with the sun on it. So but as the sun starts to set, the mirror in the truck will actually put the camera in the shade. So howdy, Kathy, howdy, 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 howdy. It's pretty slow right now. Enjoy it, because it'll get to be a monkey party up in here shortly. I'm surprised we actually found front row parking. Howdy, Doug. Howdy, Danielle V's. I don't know, sorry. I hate mutilating everybody's name. Sailor Man, howdy. M.A. Sudi, how are you? Hey, look, there's the coffee tanker. Hello to the Netherlands. Oh wow, this coffee's hot. Carlsbad. I was in Carlsbad when I was a kid. We got 2 calendars coming out this year, or this holiday season for next year. One of them is Journey Across America. And the other is dedicated to Montana's first territorial capital and original ghost town, Bannock State Park. I think y'all will really like that. Hey, Downington, PA. That's where we're going to be picking up. Philip, how are you? I don't know. Does the map show us going through Cleveland? I don't know if we go up that way or not. I'd have to pull up the website. But we go from here to back to Illinois. So I don't know. We do need to get shop work done, routine maintenance, California bit inspection. As soon as we make this delivery. I'm watching this Metropolitan truck, and he is angled way too hard to make that a safe parking spot. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's gonna jackknife if he's not careful. I guess he gave up on it. Will I take a break in Chicago? We're gonna have to get our 90-day California bit inspection done, but it'll be out by Rochelle. Uh-oh. Let's see where he's gonna park now. Brunswick, Canada. Howdy. Desert Rat, how are you? Here comes Cadence coming up the dragway. Stop for the pedestrian. You have to be careful, because you have a lot of truckers here that don't stop for pedestrians. So y'all like these streams where you just sit and watch the trucks? Watch the activities? That's a nice Freightliner. Hello, Chad. Old Carlos don't like watching trucks. You're exactly right. If they're looking for a parking spot, they might not be looking at the people walking by. Tell you what, the live stream with me watching is about 2 seconds behind reality. So that's pretty good. Vermont's obese tuba player. And this is just the beginning of a traffic jam. Like I said, wait until tonight and it'll get pretty rough up in here. I'm not sure what Metropolitan's waiting on. I think this guy's about to go look and find out. We may see a truck stop fight here in a minute. Sean Gould, good to see you. Yep, this guy's about asking them, like, what are you doing? And you're blocking the way. Mike Fuller, glad you like. Oh, this is a very, very busy truck stop. Yes, if you're not here by 5, you don't get a parking spot. I figure if everybody else has downtown camera shots and cameras facing downtown, you know, and all that stuff, there's only so much that could happen downtown, a couple cars. Here you got all sorts of trucks moving in and out. So I think these are better than the stale downtown camera views. And by the way, if you're looking for the snowman camera, the snowman's still facing forward, but he's overheating in the sun. Okay, the Metropolitan dude is attempting to back up. There goes the horns. There goes the horns. Metropolitan's getting horned at. And he's still backing up. He's gonna hit that red truck. He's gonna hit that red truck. Dude, get out and look. You're about to take the hood off of that red truck. Get out and look. Cadence is getting out of the way. Or maybe he's getting in the middle more. This play-by-play brought to you by BigRigSteve. Metropolitan's getting in there halfway. On the blind side, can't see. Oh, he's awful close to that red truck. Thing is, use your mirrors, get out and look. If you don't get out and look, you're gonna get hit people. Wheelman, where would you have waved at us at? Get some popcorn, there you go. Truck stops are always in the need of popcorn. That's what I keep forgetting to buy at the dang grocery store is popcorn. But I don't have a way. I don't have a microwave. Got a toaster oven and everything else, which we got 2 baked potatoes and all that. Steak, we got steak thawed out. We got chicken thawed out. We almost stopped at the Pilot in Hagerstown. Magic this winter, if you're driving a big truck this winter, take your time, slow down, be extra careful, expect to slide. Don't get near anybody and don't let anybody near you. The #1 accident in winter driving is truckers going way too fast, hit a patch of bad ice, and they jackknife. And then take out everything around them. So if you're driving in the snow and the ice, go 10 times slower. And if people yell at you on the CB saying you're going too slow, ignore them. Beautiful Kenny Whopper there. Nice, nice. Okay, PC Doctor asked a question and I apparently missed it because I don't stare at chat all the time. When the truck is in service, as in, you know, the shop or whatever, we log off the truck completely so that when they move the truck for, you know, test drives or whatever else the case may be, that time does not count against us. So test drives, when they move it from one bay to the other or anything else, the truck is out of my possession. I have no control what happens to that truck. So we log completely off all computers. Howdy to the Black Hills. So hopefully, PC Doctor, that gave you the answer you were looking for. Mrs. B, howdy, howdy. Mary Smith, how are you? BPJ, I tried, but this is as close as you can get, and I hope you like this at least. But what you do see when there isn't a truck in the way is every truck coming into the truck stop or every truck leaving the fuel island has to go in front of the camera. It's the best we could do. Uh-oh, PC Doctor didn't answer. Yeah, he did. There we go. So, some days we get to face the fuel island, some days, and it all depends on the way they lay truck stops out. Not all truck stop parking is actually facing the fuel island. And then even if it is, some days we can make it happen and some days we don't. But if you've been watching for a while, you know that me finding the best parking spot with the best view is what I strive for anytime we stop for the night. I hope this microphone sounds good. Do we have any buzzing in it? Other than the buzzing of my thoughts. Oh, there's an extended cab Volvo. Vivian, how are you? Maybe I should wear this microphone while I'm driving. Maybe we got to try that. You hear a crinkling sound like that? That's my water. It's my stress ball water. I'm doing okay, Vivian. All right, we got a truck backing up, beep, 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 backing up, beep, 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 beep. All the spots you see directly in front of us, $14 a night. It's good water. It was hotel water. I think y'all will get a good shot. Here, let me open this door a little bit. See if y'all can see this guy backing up. Can you see him now? Backing up a little bit better. Front shot. There he is, in the hole. That's where you do it. Green truck at Metropolitan, gonna go nose to nose. Is there a way to see what the front end of my truck looks like? I don't know what you mean. All right, now let's see if I can close this door without knocking the camera off. There we go. Have any truckers seen cameras on my truck and react badly to them? Not that I know of, and if they do, that's just their tough luck. I don't care what they think. What you sorry for, Thomas? Tribal Express, or Tribe Express, a truck that just went by. That's a woman-owned company. Why is the camera out of focus? Is it me or is the camera over here? This is a truck, automatic or manual? It's manual. It's manual. No, it's not. It's automatic. Idle air. Yes, you did see idle air. Hello? Oh, dang it. They hung up. It's the boss. I better call the boss. Okay, it might be crummy signal on my end. Remember, for everybody, we can put out a perfect stream, but if you're congested, you're on a congested tower, or you're trying to play 3 video games and download a video, it could make it appear out of focus on your end. So I don't know, my feedback camera is all out of focus, but I'm probably just trying to do too much at the same time. Yes, the last breakdown did give me a 34-hour restart. Let me call the boss. Well, never mind. She didn't leave me a message. I guess it can't be that important. right?
by the BigRigTravels.com website to learn about this trip and visit the BRT store and pick up your favorite shirts and the official Mash mug. Broadcasting live worldwide.
What's for dinner tonight? I don't know. Actually, I got steak and 2 baked potatoes thawed out. Have I driven close to a tornado? Absolutely, several times. Is the top of the cab sleeper on a Volvo that just parked across, or just looks like? No, that is, see the top window up there? That's where the top bunk is. So yes, there is, that is a stand-up Volvo. You can stand up in there. Do I have a home or just live in a truck? I live in a truck. I do share a house with a buddy that I go to visit on my days off, which is like 3 or 4 or 5 a month. So I think it's the angle. Now I got to scroll back. What are you angling about? The top of the cab sleeper of the Volvo that just parked over, it just looks like that. I don't get it. But yes, that's a bed up in there. Will I do a walkabout? No. You can look at the satellite view though. I don't have my Segway. I figured we'd just do this live broadcast here this time. Have I ever had to train new drivers? I have offered my advice to trainers or to new kids that I see having trouble backing up and all that stuff. I would love to be a trainer. I would make sure that everybody graduates and does things the right way. The problem with that is, if I were to become a trainer, I could not have the website. I would make a gob of money as a trainer, but to me it's more important to have the website than it is for me to be a driver trainer. Nope, no drive today. No driving today. What we did early was just a figment of imagination. How long will we have this truck for? I have no idea. I guess till we hit 450,000 miles, or until we retire, or till it breaks down. I don't know. I have no control over that. Yes, that is a little pop-out window up top of that Volvo. The part that sticks out with the 5 lights on that Volvo, that part is just basically a fiberglass, thing that sticks out to provide like a sunscreen for the top of the windshield. Plus some of them, that's where the CB radio goes and little cabinets and whatnot. So It's pretty nice. Are we stuck? Is the stream stuck? Okay. I'm not used to this screen, so I guess it got stuck on our end. Have I ever driven a hook loader? No. What's the temperature? You'll have to look at the website because I'm not sure. Oh, let me look it up on my phone. Weather Channel says it is 52 degrees. Getting down to a low of 38. Was backing in hard? No. It just pretty much came natural for me. .72 in Harrisburg? It don't feel like 72. And I'm pulling up and it shows Harrisburg 52 degrees, so I don't know where you get 72. Do I have a CB in there? I do. I have not hooked it up though, because nobody ever uses the dang thing. Have I driven in the UK before? No, I have not. Port Charlotte, Florida. $30 years in a day cab, could I stand it? Well, if it's a day cab, that means I'm not sleeping in it. That means I go home every night, and then in that case, it'd be like any other job. I try to already tell you guys a lot of stuff as I drive. It's just a matter of if I remember or if it applies or whatever. So do I keep stats on miles per gallon for reefer fuel? No, because there is no miles per gallon on reefer fuel. And it really doesn't matter in that case because it depends on what the temperature is. And if you're sitting all day, like when we were being unloaded for 10 hours last night, the reefer was running the whole time. So there is no miles per gallon on a reefer. There's just, you know, you just add that to the price of doing business. If that makes sense to you. Hours per gallon, I don't know. I'm sure somebody keeps up with that. I don't have any way. Am I done for the day? Yes, we are. You can do up to 11 hours driving. Yep, all rigs use DEF if they're like the last couple years or so. What's the best truck stop? I don't know. None really stick out. I do like Danny's out in Phoenix, Arizona. They have palm trees and all that. I put pictures on the Instagram. BigRigTravels Instagram. They got palm trees and a little fountain and all that stuff there. I tend to like truck stops that have plenty of room, nice and clean, have benches under trees and stuff like that. Blue Wave Odyssey is using my channel to talk about their own channel. How convenient is that? If and when the new regulations take effect, I think it's supposed to be December. So Blue Wave, it's alright. Man, just don't make it a continuous habit. Some people get on and that's all they do. No interest in us, but they get on and they talk about their channel, you know, every 2 minutes. Once in a while, I don't mind. "10 years. Excellent. Good to have you. One of the original BigRigTravels road crew. Way back in 2009. Yes, we've been around that long. You're okay there, buddy. Blue Wave. David H. Howdy. Tell your son that BigRigSteve says howdy to him. Good to know. Paul, you're welcome. You're welcome. Nice Ford dually pulling a Gator trailer. That's nice. Yeah, I kind of miss Texas. I thought Texas would be my retirement home and all that, but you know, life changes and things happen and new doors open and other doors close. So to me, the best thing you could do is adapt and go with the flow of things and you know, things just happen. I'll always be a Texas boy, though. What's the most important aspect of the pending new regs? I don't know. I guess you're talking about the hours of service. I don't know if anything's more important than the other. You got to follow all the rules. So, TT, you've been with us for 13 years. So you've been with us since the very, very first month we broadcast, or what? Long Beach port driver. Oh my goodness. Just be careful. Watch out for everybody all the time. England. Rob Perry from England checking in. Howdy, howdy. Thank you. San Antonio, nice. M.A. Sudi, 2 years with us. Good deal. What's a favorite interstate? I don't have interstate favorites. Howdy, G-Wagon, how are you? Idric, 1 year. We actually, yes, you can do the 8-hour sleeper. Looks busy here, absolutely, and it's only going to get a lot worse. Yes, you could use 8 hours for the split. And we've done that once in a while to help save a load. One of the rule proposals that they have is going to be, instead of an 8 and a 2, they're going to let it be variable between 6 and 4, 7 and 3, 8 and 2, and that would help out quite a bit. Blue Wave, $10. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's good to retire here. When's my last one? I don't know. I guess when they kick me out of here or everybody quits watching me drive. Bama Rush, 2 weeks. Hang in there, buddy. You'll get to be one of the old folks like us. What do I think of the new tractor? I think the new tractor's okay. It's a little bit better quality, a step up. I like the color change. Seats and everything seems to have better insulation and better foam. David H. Is Griffin watching right now? David H. What is his exact screen name that he was using? And I'll go in and we'll unblock that. I'm sorry that happened. I could see how it would happen because there are a lot of troublemakers and sometimes it is difficult to distinguish. So if you give me his not real name, whatever screen name that he was using, I will go in there personally and block it and Hopefully that won't happen. If I could drive any tractor, what would I drive? Probably this one. Griffy Griff. See, you are exactly right, Scenic Drive. Everybody looks at text, and the way people perceive it or the way people interpret it is literally based upon their own mood. I could read one sentence and take it as funny. Another person could read the same sentence and take it as an insult or whatever. Text is very hard to understand emotion or anything like that. So let me back out of chat and let me go try to find that, and let me get him unblocked. So let me see if I can get in there and do it. And I apologize that happened. All right, be right back. I really hate how YouTube came up. With these changes, because you can't find anything. Man, I tell you what, I am very, very, very disappointed in YouTube's new garbage that they do, because it just screws with everything I try to do. I'm still working on trying to get to unban that Griffin fella. Man, we got a lot of people banned. I think we have more people banned than we got watching. Let's see. And you know, also I've noticed that sometimes people get banned just automatically for whatever reason. I don't know if that too is a glitch or what. So if anybody ever gets banned by accident, or you just absolutely really don't know, send me an email or whatever, because yes, sometimes it just happens, and that's a glitch YouTube's got. And of course, they don't put these in order, so we got to go through every one of them. And looking at some of these names, I can see why they were banned. Okay, we officially have Griffin unbanned, unblocked. So hopefully that really was him or whatever. But that was the only Griffin that I saw. So we have unbanned him, let him know. Anybody in the chat, if you see his name, just remind the moderators or whatever that he's not being a troll. You know what I'm saying? Let's help each other out. Sometimes it's hard to say. You know, you don't know, like we talked about earlier. So David, make sure your son knows that he's unblocked, and we greatly apologize. So I've got no way to know how many other trucks had bad fuel. There's no way for me to know. Blue Wave Odyssey, take care. No biggie, Blue Wave. You know, once in a while is all right. It's just, you know, some people, that's all they do. So Mike Harris has a band-aid on his finger. That'll work. What name brands? Actually, whatever is the cheapest. Flying J, Petro, TA, whatever. Yes, we are going to do a washout in the morning. Harrisburg is okay. I like this. I don't think the camera's overheating at all. There is a blue beacon just down the street. Now tomorrow when we leave here, we will actually go down Truckstop Road. Blue beacon's right smack dab in the middle. And then we'll get onto the Turnpike 76 and continue on. Will I be driving at 4:30? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We ain't thought that far ahead. Howdy, Hal. Oh. Cyber. CF. Central Freight. Mount Vernon, Illinois. We've been there once in a while. One of the few Walmarts I could get to. You ate a 5-pound bucket of cashew peanut butter? Consolidate Freightways. They used to have a little red dot, didn't they? Little red dot. Kind of like a happy face dot. What was wrong with the rig on the last breakdown? Number 2, fuel injector went bad. Number 2, fuel injector went bad. No, not red ball. CFI had a little red ball on it, and not a bouncing ball. I know what you're talking about, the red ball moving company, but no. Look at do a image search of the old CFI, or unless CFI is not the same. I don't know. Man, this is going by too fast. I don't know what's wet. I don't know what's wet. So anyways, number 2, fuel injector was wrong. They did a recall on the tractor, and the DPF pressure sensor canister doohick thing went bad, so they had to replace that. DWI 189. Well, I hope you haven't had 189 DUIs. Am I going to be driving through Nebraska? I don't know. I had no clue where I go ever. Pecan coffee is at the house, and it's pretty dang good. The road surface. All right. No, it's not wet. I think it's probably the reflection because the sun is getting low. And as you notice, let's show you backing in. Can you see that? Can you see that? He actually did pretty good. He did pretty good. I like this. A swingable mirror, or a swingable camera. Now you could, if you look, you could see some trucks at the fuel island. The company always pays for stuff to get the truck out on the road. Otherwise it takes forever to do warranty work and warranty claims and all that stuff. The company pays for it all and then files insurance claims. Howdy, Trevor. Have I ever driven into a tight spot? Oh, some of these shippers, especially out in California, yeah, they're really, really tight. Howdy, Travel. How much do I get for 1 hour? 1 hour driving, 1 hour sitting. We don't get paid by the hour, we get paid by the mile. I get 7 cents per mile. Where do I sleep in the truck? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks in the fuel island. $10 Cheetos per mile. There you go. I'm all out of Cheetos, by the way. Snowman camera is overheating. Yep, 7 cents per mile. I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Where do you shower? Truck stops. What's favorite food? I don't know. Steak, chicken fried steak, fajitas, tamales. Sweden, howdy, howdy, howdy. Jack Rose is leaving us. Why, Jack? Why? Mike Harris is stumbling out of his chair. You can hear a wailing in the cab. No, snowman's off. If I move the microphone outside, y'all will hear outside noise and you won't hear me. So, no, Roy, we're kidding, we're kidding, we're kidding. I make more than enough to make me happy. So, when am I leaving by truck? tomorrow morning. I make about, cash wise, I make about $60,000 a year. I max out my 401k and my Roth IRA plus, you know, medical and all that stuff. So I make more than enough to be happy. Be happy. Triple T Truck Stop in Tucson, Arizona. I've been there several times. It's been a while though. Thanksgiving in Canada, I believe. No? I don't know. I forgot where it's Turkey Day. Australia? Shoot, I forgot. We are gonna try to make a video about how we prepare food and freeze it and all that stuff. Yes, that's on the to-do list. Sailor Man, all right, you have a good evening. Haha, see, I am smart. Canada, Thanksgiving Day. I didn't say there were too many truckers. I said there's too many truckers sitting around. We are not running very hard this year. You figure I've been with the same company for 14 years now, so longevity gets in there and all that stuff. If you go chasing a penny here and a penny there and you keep changing trucking companies, you're not gonna make very much money. All right, I gotta talk to the boss. Yes. got that taken care of. Wheelman. Okay, good deal. Airborne Jeep, you're welcome. You're welcome. 25 years is a long time. Australia checking in. Howdy, howdy, Australia. You know, the thing about pay, and it applies to any job, not just truck driving. What somebody pays me may or may not be the published rate that they pay other people. And what the bottom line is, are you happy making the money that you are? Regardless of what it is, you don't compare your pay to somebody else's pay, because I may have struck up special deals. You never know, and we don't ever talk about that. You know, if you agreed to work for a certain amount of money, that's between you and the company. It may or may not be what somebody else in the truck next to you is making. You can't go through life comparing yourself to what everybody else is doing. You have to answer the question is, am I happy making the money that I am? And for me, the answer is absolutely I am. So there you go. That's right, Scenic. You can't compare, because what deals somebody else struck up doesn't really have any bearing to what somebody else is doing. You know, the only question is, do you like your job? Do you feel you are fairly being compensated? And if the answer is yes, stay there. If not, then maybe look around for something else that you might be happy. And it's not all about chasing another penny per mile or another 5 cents per mile, because just say I left this company and went to another company for 10 cents more per mile. Physically, I might make more money, but then I got to learn the bosses again, and I have to start over with the 401k again with that company, and new insurance and whatever else, and to me it's not worth it. So that's exactly right, Harold. Are you happy doing your job? If so, do it. If not, don't make your happiness be based upon what somebody else is or isn't doing, or is or isn't making. I would rather make less and be happy than to make more and be absolutely miserable. Would I consider doing a collaboration video with you in trucking? Send me an email. Talk to me about it. Tell me what you're looking for, what you mean, you know, whatever else. Send me a personal email. Something like that we wouldn't really talk about in chat. But you can send an email to me at BigRigSteve@BigRigTravels.com. And I read every single email. I try to answer all of them that I can, but I get so many, it's not even funny. But yeah, I don't really see a problem with that. Just send me an email and we'll see where we go from there. See, and the thing is, despite the money or whatever, it all depends on the situation. For example, if I had a wife and kids and a mortgage and all this other stuff, then I guess in theory I wouldn't be making enough money to support all that. But I'm single. I'm able to travel the country for free, which I love. I'm able to take all the pictures that I want and run a website and everything else. And to me, that's what makes a difference. I mean, I make about half of what I was doing when I was working on aircraft. But when I was working on aircraft, I had 3 acres, 10 geese, 2 dogs, a cat, a house, you know, a motorcycle, a pickup truck, and a car. And I was paying for all that stuff. Believe it or not, I bank more money now than I did when I was working on aircraft. So Cat Stray gonna referee the high school football game. Good deal. There you go, vendors. Absolutely, most 401k companies will give you 50% of the first 6%. At least put that amount in, because that's free money. Why give away free money? Do my bosses watch the videos? I'm sure they've got other stuff to do than sit there and watch me drive. To be honest with you. Tallest thermometer in Baker, California. We've been there. In fact, we took everybody on a walkabout tour. M.A. Sudi, howdy, howdy, howdy. Career mileage is the total mileage that I have driven big rigs in my life. What's the best company out there? That's also dependent upon what you call best. I pull a refrigerated truck or trailer because I could pull refrigerated freight, or I could turn the reefer off and I now have a dry van. So I get the best of both worlds. Some people like driving flatbeds. Some people like driving tankers. Some people like driving doubles, you know, or whatever. So that just depends on what you want to do. For me, I'm a light fella. I'm only 150 pounds, give or take. So there isn't much holding me to the ground. I can't see me climbing on the top of a flatbed truck trying to wrestle around a 70-pound tarp in the wind. Wind catch it, fling me up in the air, and you'd never see me for a week. I do the cooking on my time off on my nice grill that a road crew member bought me for my birthday. I grill all my steaks and everything else and chop it up, freeze it up, and throw it in my freezer. What do I think about driver-facing cameras? That's actually a good question. I have no problem with it. I don't care. Okay, first off, well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I can say this. First off, the people that worry about driver-facing cameras, I've heard them all say that they're worried that people are sitting there in an office staring at them and watching the driver pick their nose. Trust me, the people got better stuff to do than to sit there and watch your facial expressions while you drive. You know, seriously, I mean, They got other stuff to do. Now, here's the trick. They only activate if you brake hard, get into an accident, swerve, whatever the case may be. Now, if you are sitting there texting or watching a video or reading chat, which we don't do, or something like that, and you activate the camera through a crash, guess what? You're busted, they see you. But that's only because something activated the camera. For me, I don't have a problem with it, because if there was an accident, it would be my word against somebody else's word if they wanted to say, oh, that driver was texting, he wasn't paying attention. But with that driver-facing camera, they could see that I was not texting, or whatever the case may be. And so that covers, you know, that covers my butt. I don't see a problem with it whatsoever. That's just me, you know. Can I do the air horn? No, we did the air horn yesterday. If you missed it, you go back, check it out. Like I said, I personally don't have a problem with it. I think that they got other stuff to do than just sit there and stare at you. But on the other hand, if something were to happen, it could exonerate you if you weren't doing something wrong. Does that make sense? And if you're really, really, really worried about it, put your hat over the camera at night. You know, that way they don't have to look at you sleep if that's what you're worried about. Did the workers that took 10 hours to unload you gather cobwebs? You know, when we left there at 1:45 this morning or whatever it was, we were the only dang truck in the docks. They waited until the absolute very last. What's in the trailer? Nothing. We're empty right now. Do I have an apartment? No, I do not. Why pay for an apartment if I'm not there? Have kids ever pulled their arms down because they wanted me to honk the horn? Yes. Shadows are starting to get really long. But you know, everything I say on this stream is just my opinion. And everybody's allowed to have an opinion, even if it is different from yours. So just keep that in mind, that when people ask me my opinion on something, that's all it is. It's an opinion. This ain't my first rodeo, you know, and I'm 55. I've learned quite a few things in life, and a lot of stuff that people whine about aren't exactly true. There's a lot of extra hype in there that is just basically baloney, you know. So the truck is my home. Yes, it is. 26 days a month or whatever it is. You're welcome, Gerald. May I ask, how do you get away without having a physical address? As a truck driver, you can use a PO address. as a permanent address or whatever. However, I use my parents' address because that's where all my legal mail goes to. What's my height? 5'10", I guess, 5'9". I'm a short little fella. Where am I at now? Between here and there. We're in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. All right, Michael, be careful. Send me that email. What time is pickup tomorrow? Anytime before 1 o'clock. "72-year-old buy a truck if he could pass medical exams and whatnot, and he's a good driver and whatnot, why not?" Have trucks gotten better or worse? Truck stops. I don't know. Depends on what you consider good or bad. If it's, I don't know. I don't like the idea of having to pay to park. I think that's just a bunch of baloney. First big truck that I ever drove was like a 1969 something missile truck in the Air Force. Well, what does the map say? I think we scrolled through the outside of Pittsburgh. I don't like the, I don't know. I think truck stops are getting worse for parking. There's fewer and fewer mom and pop websites or truck stops. Alan, how are you? Brad, you're more than welcome to. Glad you enjoy it. Good night, Robin. What's the 20? What does the title say of the video? That's where we be hanging out today. Y'all gotta at least read the title. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Do I go to Delaware once in a while? USA truck driver, howdy. Ha ha ha. N7 VDR. Why am I hearing? All right, let's see. I forgot how to do this. Why is it doing that? I'm hearing myself. Alright, let's see. There's no reason why I should be hearing myself. Why is it doing that? Stand by. There we go. Got that taken care of. All right, let's try this again.
You're in the middle of another Big Rig Travels live broadcast. We hope you're enjoying the ride as we take you across America on the longest running road trip ever. Make sure you click on subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know whenever we go live. Don't forget to stop by the BigRigTravels.com website to learn about this trip and visit the BRT store and pick up your favorite shirts and the official Mash It mug.
Check us out on Facebook.
I always got to do my own commercials, you know. Lloyd P., what in the world are you talking about? I don't really use a handle. The old North Dakota days, I used to go by BB Rider for bareback rider when I used to ride bareback broncs in the rodeos. Why do so many drivers are afraid of doing winter mountain driving? Because they don't know how to drive. They don't know how to behave. Better speakers for a computer. I'm just listening through my tablet. I think I'm gonna have to start banning people again. We don't do chains. We call those parking chains. If it's bad enough that I got to chain myself to the highway, I don't need to be out there. East, west, north, or south, it don't matter to me, honestly. If I'm rolling, good weather, good coffee, and good road crew to meet along the way, that's all I care about. Yep, we've never... The only 2 times I've used chains was to get myself out of a customer dock. But as far as driving, no. If you need chains to be out on the highway, I'm sorry, I don't need to be out there either. I ain't that gung-ho. Because you're going to be going super slow anyways. And so you're not going to make much headway. And it's not me that I'm worried about. If it's that bad, that means cars and other truck drivers are slipping and sliding and running into things. So why be out there? Why add to the mix? Do time zones affect me? Nah, not really. Here comes a drop deck. Step deck, I mean. What he's got up underneath that wrapper. Well, cargo doesn't talk back, but I tell you what, I got a chatty Cathy and an Aunt Jemima that talk back constantly. Do I ever wake up not knowing where you are? Yes. Sometimes people will ask me, where did you start out this morning? It's like, I have no earthly clue. So yeah, sometimes I don't know where I'm at. And it's a lot cheaper to reschedule a delivery, pickup, whatever the case may be, than it is to replace an 18-wheeler, you know, from somebody running into you or vice versa or whatever. Besides, you ever watch these traffic cameras? Snowy and icy and blizzard and everything else, and you see cars and trucks still going 65 miles an hour. Then one person loses it, and everybody slams right all into them because nobody looks further than 10 feet in front of them. It just absolutely blows my mind. How long have I been OTR? Since 2006. I need to start thinking about firing up the toaster oven. Do I ever get bored? No, I don't. I really don't. If I'm not doing a broadcast, if I'm not driving, I've got website stuff to work on, I've got emails to answer, friends to talk to on the phone, I've got the TV, I've got photographs to download. You know, I've got way more to do than I've got time to do. And ride the Segway, play with the drone. I've got all sorts of good stuff to do. Yeah, I was surprised that a lot of people liked watching the Christmas Eve show. We'll have to do it again. I didn't think that many people would be interested in watching, hanging out with me on New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve. Well, what did we do? We did both, right? We did both Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve was actually coming to you live from Texas. So what was it, Sulphur Springs, Texas or something? And if I remember right, the Christmas Eve show came from Livingston, Montana, right? Somebody have to back me up on that. It depends. Yeah, I may be alone, but I've got more things to do than I know what I got time for. Do I listen to music once in a while? I got earbuds that I could listen to. Great. Mary Smith is calling me goofy. You know, I'm starving to death. Zarler, I don't know how to say your name. Glad you like tuning in. What kind of drone do I have? I've got a Mavic Pro with all the goodies. Am I driving team? No. Just me, myself, and I. What do you want to watch me cook? I just throw it on the George Foreman grill. Mrs. B's doggo. Kathy Z, see you later. Do I have a stove and a refrigerator? I've got a toaster oven. I've got 2 rice cookers. I've got a George Foreman grill. I've got a dual zone super huge freezer and a refrigerator. I've got it all. In fact, if you do a search for BigRigTravels Dometic freezer review, you'll get an in-depth view of the freezer that we did. Cowboys Big D. There you go. Truck driver's cookbook one day. I don't know. All I do is heat stuff up. You know. Does it ever get boring out on the road? It doesn't. I mean, I've got steak, pork chops, chicken tenders, chicken breast, rice, all sorts of soups, cucumbers, green peppers, radishes, milk, salsa, dang pot pies, hot pockets, steamed veggies. I've got everything that you would eat at the house. Is it safe to cook in the back? Why not? I mean, I don't know what would be unsafe about it. Do you have to run the engine to cook food? It depends. If I use the toaster oven, you can run off the inverter just fine. But if I use the rice cooker or the George Foreman, they only pull, 500 watts or so, so I don't run it. But the big toaster oven, that uses quite a bit, so I do run it for that. Do drivers not mix together? No, everybody pretty much stays to themselves. I do, and in fact, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a real socialite butterfly. I don't like it when other truck drivers just hang around me and want to know all my business when I don't have a clue who they are. Yeah, I've come up with a few original dishes, you know. What's the longest time you have been out? I don't know, 5 weeks maybe. We have done a video of the truck cabin. Yeah, if you go to the website BigRigTravels.com, click on the video vault in the menu, scroll down to the vlogs, whatever radio show, you'll probably find it up in there somewhere. The refrigerator review, the quick truck tour, all that stuff. How long did it take to learn how to drive a big rig? I think the official school is 2 weeks or something. I don't care for baseball, to be honest with you. Big sports just, I don't know. I disagree with the big sports. It's great for everybody else, just for me, no. I'll probably put my neck out on the line and lose some viewers, but just my own personal opinion, when we pay people to play sports, multi-million-dollar contracts for a couple of years worth of play time, and then they run around and, you know, get into illegal activities and all that stuff, I'm not for that. I would like to see the same kind of support, the same kind of money go to the people that are firemen and teachers and nurses and, you know, the people that, paramedics and the people that help each other. I just think that's where the concentration should be. But like I said, that's just me. And I'm not knocking anybody if they like sports. It's just me. David, glad you like the videos. Jake brake. Basically, it's a little lever on the steering wheel. You got 3 levels, and all that does is cut cylinders and slow the truck down automatically. Take care, Mike. Wheelman, take care, buddy. Stephen from England. Howdy, howdy. Oh, yeah, I'm sure the 2020 has got a lot of good stuff, but I don't really pick the trucks. It's just whatever's available. Columbus, Nebraska. Are you the Dale that met us before? I don't remember. We just came from Columbus not too long ago. Do I miss TK? Yes and no. She was nice. She had her place. But boy, did she cause a lot of trouble. Yes, we do have an automatic truck. Dale, we spent the night at Columbus not long ago. Blade trade, retired truck driver. We actually have quite a few retired truck drivers that watch the stream. So good to have you. Is there anything I collect from different states? No. When I first started, for the first several years, every state that I went to, I bought a postcard and mailed to Germany Jens. And I think we've covered about all the states for him. Do I drive for myself? I drive for a company. You know, I really didn't like the automatic at first, after having had a manual all the time. But these automatics actually have a switch that you can change from automatic mode to manual mode, or in between. So it actually, I like it better in the end. So I collect pilot coffee. There you go. Now it's gonna start getting crowded up in here. Nathan, glad you like the videos. Mary Smith, you have yourself a good night. Watching this guy park. There you go. I remember you waving at me. What about self-driving trucks? Yeah, what about them? Yeah, they don't scare me. I think eventually we'll get there, but you know, you never know. I like this. I think the camera actually is positioned pretty well. Thank you, Blade. I can only be myself, and I can only tell people how I feel. I don't believe in blowing smoke or nothing like that. Some people do get mad, but we don't play that pacify game. I tell people what I think. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when we go live next. What's the favorite truck stop? I don't really have one. As long as they got good parking, plenty of lights, good food, good coffee, that's all I care about. You can see trucks are starting to come in and fill in. starting to get backed up. It's not really getting dark yet, but the sun is starting to go down. How long have I been driving? Since 2006. Pilot actually has the best tasting coffee, though Love's changed their brand of coffee, and that's actually pretty good as well. Good deal, Cowboys, Big D. I used to live in Dallas. I used to live in Addison, worked at the Addison airport, used to live in Fort Worth. A couple places. Devil travels, be careful. What was the rank in Air Force? I just did my 5 years. So, what is it? What's the third guy? I don't remember. Sergeant? No, not sergeant. What's the guy just below sergeant? We took the test and we didn't make the numbers. We passed the test, we just didn't make the lottery numbers or whatever the heck it was. Yeah, truck stops are open to regular car drivers too. Just make sure you park up front where the cars park. Grapevine, I used to ride my motorcycle out there. Airman first class. I thought there was one above that. I don't remember. Me and the Air Force didn't get along. What are some of the unwritten rules truck drivers have? I don't know. I could look them up in the book, but they're not written in the book. Senior airman, maybe that's it. I don't remember. Like I said, we didn't get along. Senior master sergeant. Well, he better learn to cook. Same restaurants at every truck stop because that's what they all contract for. How do I cook my truck cooked meals? Well, I pre-cook everything on the grill at the house on my time off. Usually I do a round of steaks, a round of pork chops, a round of chicken, and on the top part I'll put in corn cob ears of corn. I'll put on baked potatoes, pre-cook it all, season it all, cut it up, and put it in the freezer. And then basically all I do after that is vacuum seal it and put it on the grill, Foreman grill, or the percolator, or the rice cookers, or the toaster oven. There's a lot you could do if you want to do it. Harold, you have yourself a good night. Thanks for joining the road crew there, Cowboys Big D. Come back anytime. I don't know how much it saves me. It saves me a lot. But last time I spent $400 on food. But that food's lasted me about 2 months. I don't have a microwave, no. I mean, at a point there is only so much room in here, you know. We don't run a radio nowadays. Nobody ever uses it. And when you go to a truck stop, ain't nothing but a lot of cussing. I probably will put it back in before winter gets bad. I've got an 1800 watt inverter. And the toaster oven is, I think, 1500 watts. I don't care to drive or visit Europe. You notice more and more trucks are showing up. Stop it. How long will I be at this stop in Des Moines? Is there a truck driver shortage in the U.S.? In my opinion, no.
You're in the middle of another Big Rig Travels live broadcast. We hope you're enjoying the ride as we take you across America on the longest running road trip ever. Make sure you click on subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know whenever we go live. Don't forget to stop by the BigRigTravels.com website to learn about this trip and visit the BRT store and pick up your favorite shirts and the official Mash It mug.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
Where would I go for a job to get started? You know, the way I started is by hanging around the truck stops and simply talking to the truck drivers, finding out. I talk to them, ask them how they're happy, are they not happy, what makes them happy, you know, and all this other stuff. And you keep talking to people, and I would go back to my car and I would write down, this guy works for JB Hunt and he makes a lot of money, he's happy, or whatever. So after about 50 truck drivers, I noticed a pattern of what companies had the most happy drivers and what companies had, you know, the most complaints and all this other stuff. You talk to them, you see who's happy, who's not happy. That's the best way to do it. That's the way I did it. How do I choose the next trip? I don't. The companies all choose it for me. It's just whatever we happen to be closest to. What's for breakfast? I don't know. Rachel, glad you enjoy it. That's one thing. I thought, you know, in a way, I thought, you know, people would like to watch trucks go by and whatnot. And then I thought, nobody in their right mind is going to sit there and watch trucks roll through a parking lot. But, boy, was I wrong. Apparently, a lot of you guys like watching the trucks roll through the parking lot. And that's good. Blade trade, there you go. In fact, I could probably turn Snowman back on, because now Snowman should be out of the sun. Yeah, let me reboot Snowman. Oops. Alright, Snowman's back on. How does the pay work when you're driving, not driving, but still working? You get paid only when the wheels roll. That's it. So if you're working, that's just part of the job. Well, see, you say you let the drivers choose their next trips and go anywhere in the USA. In reality, like say you made a delivery here in Harrisburg. You got to pick up whatever's closest to you. You know what I mean? It would make no sense to drive around the country if half the time you do it, you're empty. Wherever we deliver to, our next trip is determined by when we're available and who the closest customer is that we could get to on time. Yeah, a lot of truck drivers watch this channel. And the thing is, there are other truck driver channels out there and whatnot. And more power to them. But I think we do, how can I say? I don't want to step on toes. What we do is right for us, right for our channel. I know there's drama in some of the other channels, and so be it. But I'm not running the channel to get subscribers. I'm not running the channel to impress anybody. I'm not running the channel to even be popular. Believe it or not, I'm running the website and I'm running the channel and the streams and the camera and whatever. I'm doing it because I want to show people what the real life of a truck driver is. And if you do something you love and you are simply sharing it, then that comes across as being more natural, instead of if you're running a channel just to only make a profit or only to get subscribers or whatever the case may be. And I think that's where a lot of other people fail, because they kind of miss the point of running a channel and whatever. If you're sharing it, share it because you want to share it, not because you want to make money from it. All right, I got a phone call. I'm gonna put the microphone back outside so y'all get some ambiance. Snowman is not stuck. Recycle, refresh, because we have updated the Snowman. Uh-oh. Much fun, don't want to stick. There we go. Alright, you guys... Tomato head, calling all tomato heads. P-dubs. Well, we got these people still sitting here. Come on, we're actually waiting for that same guy to back up. That's what these two guys are waiting for. Now both Snyder and Lessers is moving. I wonder who's gonna get that spot across from us. Hey Neil, how are you out there in Connecticut? How are you?
Another Big Rig Travels live broadcast. We hope you're enjoying the ride as we take you across America on the longest running road trip ever. Make sure you click on subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know whenever we go live. Don't forget to stop by the BigRigTravels.com website to learn about this trip and visit the BRT store and pick up your favorite shirts and the official Mash It mug.
Check us out on Facebook.
Well, the guy is still backing up in that hole. I can't move the camera that far over to the other side, but that's what Snyder and Lessers is waiting for. Now the question is, there's one spot directly in front of us, and you got both trucks sitting there waiting. Who's gonna get it? Oh, and now you got one coming this way. Oh, this guy's gonna block it. There goes Snyder, and there goes Lesser. Lesser is gonna block the way. Snyder's gonna get into position. There he is. Compass is getting out of the way. Compass is getting out of the way. Oh, neither one of them want that spot. This blue truck is jockeying into position. You got one nose to nose on the other side. There's two spots there. There goes the horns. Here comes this guy. You got two coming in from the left. You got one coming in from the right. Three trucks deep. Who's gonna run and take off the hood of another truck? White truck out of the way. The other truck's out of the way. This blue truck, you got 2 spots to choose from directly across from us. Let's give y'all a better view. Is this blue truck? This blue truck's getting in position. Two spots for AGM to choose from. Which one is he going to take? Is he going to take the one on the far right? AGM's thinking about it. He's in position. AGM's just sitting there. Got his flashers on. What's he doing? He's thinking about it. Let's do it. Let's move. Let's make a move. And AGM has officially given up. Next contender pulling into the ring. Looks like Trans Am's going to come in here for the sweep. Stage is clear. Come on, Trans Am. You can do it. I know you can. 2 spots to choose from, left and right. Trans Am sitting there. Poke my head around the curtain. AGM found another spot up the road or up the parking lane here. As soon as he gets out of the way, I think Trans Am's going to try to make this move in here. Whoops. Trans Am, I don't think is even going to attempt it. We'll wait for the next contender. Can't believe people are giving up those 2 free spots right in front. Actually, those are not free. Those are the pay 14 bucks. I'm gonna start the truck just so in case you guys shake or whatever. Can't believe nobody's roaming around the parking lot here. So far we don't have anybody coming down. Normally this place would be jam-packed with people. It looks like another Lesser's has come into the lot, swung around the fuel island. He's got his flashers on. He's actively looking for a parking spot. Let's see if he's going to take one of these two that we're offering him. There he is, coming, slowing down. Gonna take one of the two spots. Howdy, Laura, how are you? He's getting into position there. We'll move the camera if he decides to attempt to back up. I don't know where he thinks he's going to find a better spot. Here you got a little bobtail swinging around. Bobtail, you can take one of those spots. If you can't back up a bobtail, you don't need to be truck driving. Another truck coming from the right. Maybe he'll do a U-turn and come back. Tomato Head, I'm glad you're enjoying the fun. Man. Once we get both of those truck stops full, or truck spots full, we'll stop broadcasting. Or maybe we'll quit beforehand. Depends on how long it takes. At this rate, ain't nobody getting them. You're looking at $28 worth of parking right there. Tomato Head, I'm far from perfect. I'm just a regular old cowpoke. Howdy, Red Raider, how are you? Dallas Oliver. There goes the horn. Somebody's beeping a horn. Good question there, Gordon. I have learned in the past that a lot of truck drivers do not want help. Whoa, Bobtail. Is Bobtail going to take this spot? Get in there. Maybe not. Thought he was going to nose in there. No, he is going to nose in there. Man, that's kind of silly. Why wouldn't you want to back up? Now, when he gets out in the morning, he's going to have to back up into traffic, and he can't see. It's always easier to back in when you first park. And I lost my chat window. There we go. So would I get out and help, or just video and say what a stupid driver hit something? If the person acted like they wanted help, I would give them help. But I think you really want to know about that video I filmed. And we didn't cuss the guy out. We didn't make fun of him. I was just appalled at how dumb he was because he didn't care about destroying property. There's a difference between not caring and being a newbie, and I guarantee you that person was not a newbie. So. Do the changes in time zones screw you up? No, it really doesn't. I just have to make sure I know what time zone we're picking up or delivering in. No biggie. You get used to it, you know. Are we done for the night? Yes, we are. Here comes another truck. Is he gonna get that? He's kind of flying around the corner. Smith driver. So you got one spot taken, that bobtail. How many hours do I average every day on the road? It depends basically on the way it goes. There is no set number of hours that we drive. Mandel, glad you enjoy it. How many spots are open now? There's one spot open now. I don't know if people are going to take that spot or not. I'm like getting ready to starve to death. But I know one of these people are going to take it pretty soon. Unless everybody's too cheap and don't want to spend 14 bucks. I know I don't want to. This really surprises me because there's not that many trucks roaming around as what I normally would see. Fried chicken. Chicken in the house. What am I having for dinner? I would like to start baking my potatoes and steak. Baked potato and steak. But I can't do it while roaming around with the chat and the camera and the microphone and all that stuff. DT, glad you like. MLG, a Virginia man. Glad you're happy there, fried chicken. Fried chicken on my mind, fried chicken on my plate, fried chicken in my belly. Tim Griffin, how are you? Thank you, Juan Jose Cruz. In my opinion, it's better to be a company driver, but all the owner-operators will differ, of course. It's just kind of like a personal, what you want. You might make a little bit more being an owner-operator, but with that comes all the headaches. You got to pay for insurance. You don't get 401k. You got to pay for health. You got to pay for tolls, breakdown. I'd rather make less money and not have that ticket, or not have that expenses to worry about. We will be sleeping for the night pretty soon as somebody gets that one spot in front of us. And I believe we have a taker here. Chief is going to take it. Chief from Seagrove, North Carolina, I believe, is going to take that hole. He's lining up. No flashers. Okay, he's going to bypass it. He don't want to park there. Can't believe nobody wants this spot in front of us. Okay, so I guess nobody wants that spot. You know what? I've been like running around trying to, you know, do the wiggles. I really should be going to the big men's room in there, but you don't want to leave your cameras out and all this other stuff. Hey, you come back to your truck and then be swiped off the mirror. So I tell you what, let's see. We have been broadcasting 3.5 hours, give or take. So I think we've pretty much soaked this up for watching the truck stop activity. So we'll close down the cameras, bring everything in, that way I could cook and not worry about chat and whatever else. So I don't know, I'm gonna try to wake up and start early in the morning, no exact time. If you are a subscriber and hit that notification bell, you'll automatically be notified when we go driving. We will go to the shipper. They will take us as soon as we get there. It's first come, first serve. We have about 100 miles to go, 103 miles, I think, to reach there. Once we get there, we'll have to turn the cameras off. Once we get loaded, we'll hit the highway, beeline towards University Park, Illinois, just south of Chicago. So, Tim Griffin, Sharpshooter, Fried Chicken, Kathy, Rural Mailed, Red Raider, Math Hiker. You all, make sure you guys have a good night. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Check out the Road Crew group on Facebook if that's your thing. Follow Big Rig Travels on Twitter and Instagram. We've got both of those. Don't forget BigRigTravels.com. And I will see you guys in the morning. Let's see what this guy's gonna do. Is he gonna take the spot? Maybe that'd be a perfect way to stop broadcasting. Is he gonna take it? Is he gonna take it? I think he's just gonna bypass. We have another truck coming up. Let's see what they're gonna do. This other truck, is he gonna do it? There's one spot for you, buddy. Come on, take the spot so we can end the show with a perfect note. I guess nobody wants a spot. We tried. We tried. So, I will see everybody in the morning.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.
All right, good night, everybody from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. See y'all in the morning. Let's see what this one guy does. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Surprise bonus for anybody who's stayed. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Come on, let's end this show good. I know we already signed off, but there's a chance one of these trucks will take that spot. And I guess everybody's don't want it. Alright, good night, everybody. This time for real. Alright, good night, thanks. Y'all are the best. Oh. Yep, oh, there goes the flashers. Alright, come on, we can do it. We can do it. There goes the flashers. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna back up? Are we really gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? I think he's trying to get into position. Come on, buddy, take this spot. He's got his flashers on. Is he gonna take this spot? Or is he going for another one? No, he's going for the other one. Alright, for real, for the 18th time, for real. Good night, everybody. You know you guys are the best road crew ever, and I appreciate you all watching the Big Rig Travels channel. Good night, everybody.